Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be coloring in Fairies line art coloring book, and the one that I'm going to be coloring or finish coloring is the one that comes with the bonus pages, and I'm going to be coloring the mother goose. And if you guys want to kind of want to know how I color the little baby goose, stick around. Using E40 and the alcohol blender, the colorless blender number 0. And before I get questions and stuff like that, what kind of sharpener I use, because I get a lot of emails like that, is the Derwent. And this one is the mini one. Super Point, I think. And then I'm going to be using the Lyra color pencils, Lyra color pencils. And then for solvent, you could use whatever solvent you want. Remember, you could use or implement whatever technique I use in my coloring in your own coloring ways. So here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Copic marker. Okay, so if you guys hear background noises, I'm so sorry for it. I'm gonna be using the E40, and I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the shadows, where I'm gonna be basically just, using or putting this shadow in my little goose. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing it right here and some right here. It doesn't matter how dark it is right now, because I'm actually gonna go in with the colorless blender that is gonna soften those lines. So there we go, and then do some on her bottom part. On her bottom part, and then some on her little wing. And then just to tap it on the corner of her little legs. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my colorless blender. And I'm just gonna go ahead and soften those edges out. Some people might say this is just defeating the purpose of using the marker. Actually, well, in this way that I'm using it, it's not the way I want it. I want it very soft. So it seems to work for me. So if you guys want to go ahead and use this method, by all means. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. It's gonna dry up real fast. Okay. For the colors that I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna be using brown ochre and ochre, and then I'm gonna be using as well medium flesh and raw umber and medium gray. And another thing is, I do recommend that you actually do sharpen the Lyra color pencils to a fine point, because I feel like it deposits more of the pigment onto the paper than just not really having a nice fine point to your pencil, especially with this color pencils. For some reason, they just are very grainy, in my experience. And for the beak, for a little beak, I'm gonna be using ochre and light orange and vermilion. Okay, so I feel like it's already drying. I don't know if you guys can see how it just softened out the lines with the colorless blender. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start going in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start going in very lightly, not too rough. And I'm gonna be going around. Just around like that. I don't know if you guys can see that close, but hopefully I'm able to bring you guys up close. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the pigmentation on the color pencils, especially on Lyra, well, on my color pencil set, they don't seem to lay down the color just how I would like them to lay down. They seem kind of grainy. And I feel like I'm struggling just a tad bit with them. And I feel like you can't really get a lot of layers with them as well. So if you're looking to invest in color pencils, I would suggest different color pencils, not these, because they're not cutting it for me, to tell you the truth. So I'm making sure I'm leaving some side, like a little bit of highlight right here in the center of the baby goose. And then I'm gonna put some on the side of the eye. And just keep going back to where I wanna add those details, those extra details right here. Don't be scared to press down on your color pencils wherever you want to add those shadows. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm getting there. Like I said, you could use solvents to kind of blend out the edges. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with ochre, just to add more of that yellow into her body wise, where I'm going, what I'm going for basically. So I'm adding some of that ochre in the back area of her back. And some in the inner part of her tummy. Like I said, I feel like they don't deposit so much pigment unless you're really pressing hard. So now I'm gonna go on top of that brown ochre with the ochre color and slightly bring that color up to add that yellow, that warmth that I'm looking for. And then some on the neck and some on her little hair area. And some back here. Okay. And for this part, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just blend out the edges of like where I color, just so it can look all very nice and blended out. You can use whatever solvent. In this case, I'm using baby oil, and my pen thing does not have a lot of oil in it because I make sure of it so it looks more seamlessly. And I'm using this technique very sporadically, I would say. not a lot. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add her little blush. And I'm gonna add her blush right here. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be doing any background to this image. I just really wanted to enjoy coloring without overthinking it. And so this is where I'm gonna actually use again my little solvent and just blend out the edges. And you'll see what I mean by making it seamlessly. Now you can't really see where I stopped with the color pencil. Now you could keep adding more, so it could look more rosy, and that's what I'm doing. And there we go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with raw umber. And this is where I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the shadow areas. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it all in the belly part. Don't be scared. Now the Lyra color pencils, I feel like they don't really have a lot of warm grays, so I can't really use a lot of grays in this image because they just don't have those grays that I'm looking for, like in the polychromos. I wish they did, but they don't. So I'm just bringing up that raw umber just a tad bit up here. And like I said, I feel like they're very grainy. They don't really lay down evenly. Maybe it's just the paper that I'm using. Like I said, I won't do a full-on review on these color pencils until I feel like I have played with them enough. And I have given them that fair shot. And then just bring just that color just a tad bit up here. And for the purpose of this, I'm gonna actually go in again with my little blender and just soften up those lines. Because once again, like I said, the pigment and the Lyra color pencils, they don't lay down evenly, they lay down patchy and scratchy. So that's why I'm doing that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use medium gray. Hopefully you guys are able to see all this correctly without the sunlight that's coming in. It's not ruining my video. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use medium gray. And add those where I had added the what color, what was that? A raw umber. Okay, I can't really see because of the glare of the sun. So hopefully I'm doing this correctly. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add some of that gray to her wing. This image is so cute. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually having so much fun coloring this image, taking my time. not rushing it. And then some on this area. Okay. So now I'm just gonna go slightly blend that, just to help those scratchy lines not look so bad. Okay, I think I like how that's turning out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add more gray here on the belly part. And maybe some slight right here. Just a tad bit right here. Okay, so now that I'm done with my little goose, my little baby goose, I'm gonna go ahead and do her little beak area now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with ochre. Just tap it right here on the top. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with light orange. I'll go ahead and start that color right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my little blender. You could use alcohol markers to even blend these, because from what I know, Lyra color pencils are mixed with wax and oil, or just oil pigments. So then I'm gonna go in with vermilion and add that right here. And just okay. Okay, so that's it. And I'll probably just add more details to the coloring page. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little color along, I would say. For more videos like this, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and if you do subscribe, make sure you guys hit the little bell, so you guys get notified whenever I do upload new videos. Bye!